Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Aries, whose major arcana card is the Emperor. And then we have the Artist card representing you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. So this is another new spread, one of mine. It's called Awakening Essential Energy. So this first row here with the archetype cards, this is all about where would I find this essential energy at this time. And then the second row with the creativity oracle, this is how best should I nudge this energy awake. And then the third row here with the Soul's Journey cards, this is what about this energy needs to be explored in depth. And then we're going to get a little extra bump from how else will Source guide me to stay in my creative power through this awakening. So yeah, then we have the cards of truth for direction, and then the Lenormand cards just to explain it out a little bit more for us. So let's get started and see what this first row holds. Where would I find this essential energy at this time? So we've got the Athlete's card. This is all about transcending your physical limits and handicaps. This is developing personal willpower and strength of spirit. That's the light attributes. The shadow attributes are the opposite, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of vulnerability and entitlement. Yeah, so it's knowing your own power, right? It's like boot camp where you learn your weaknesses, and in that you find your strengths, because knowing your weaknesses is essential, right? You need to know that deep down. What you need help with, what you are lacking in. So interesting that this is where your essential energy is that needs to be awakened at this time. All right. So maybe testing your physical and mental limits, kind of sorting through that. Maybe it's a time to reassess where you're at with your skills and talents and on your journey, on your path. Oh, I love this, the Eight of Clubs. This is Rahu. This is where you need to explore knowledge seeking. Now that's self-knowledge about you being completely okay with who you are, where you're going, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, and being able to maneuver through that and know where to look for this inner validation for the ideas of self. It's your individuality. So in a spread like this, it is indicating that it's time for an inner knowledge-seeking experience. Now you can do this with people, places, things. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you as to what you're feeling that this energy would be about, sorting through your strengths and weaknesses, this reassessment, if you will, and to find what lesson you need to develop to encourage that expression of your self-individuality. So it is an opportunity to have success in your career and expression of yourself. It is taking a risk, because Rahu is all about going into that territory, that matrix of self, that might be a little uncomfortable, but it is definitely calling to you. That's the whole thing about Rahu. It's going to be something that you are curious about, something that piques your interest, that you need to go and explore. You just feel it in your bones that that's where you need to go in order for Source to share with you what it is that next piece of the puzzle that is going to show you that essential energy for you to draw upon, really. And then you have the child card, which is super sweet. So this is just saying, don't take it all too seriously, right? Take it with childlike curiosity. That is how you want to explore this, because it isn't easy knowing or looking at your inabilities or where you need to concentrate your attention for bringing yourself up and transcending, as it says, all of that, and just understanding yourself all that much better. That is where the creativity lives. Once you know yourself, you are in it. It is a beautiful thing to explore, and I think everyone should do this on a continuous basis. So, all right, so let's move on to how best should I nudge this energy awake. So let's see what the Creativity Oracle has. Oh, wounds. Withheld support from the past can cause low self-esteem that cripples action. Well, that's a real clue, isn't it? Yeah, it makes me think about bullying, or someone that had low self-esteem, and the only way they could bring themselves up is to put down someone else to make themselves feel better. Oh, I've lived that. It's not very pleasant. But once you see it for what it is, it's just kind of pathetic. And yeah, it's not something that you want to participate in. So, you got to find that higher attribute and work on it, because, yeah, you need to be loftier than that, right? You need to find it within yourself, that good, that kindness, that ability to share goodness, right? And to be empathetic when you run into someone that is hurt, including yourself. So let's see what the cards of truth have. Oh, yeah, see, it's 7 of hearts in reverse. So 7s are all about elimination and figuring out what needs to go. These are big lessons. These are like gateway cards, the 7s are. So they are on the brink of letting go of the big stuff. And then we have the book. So at some point through this learning, this uncovering and nudging awake your essential energy that could really just give your creativity that shot in the arm that it needs to move forward, with gusto. But it is something that has hurt you. So digging deep into the wounds of whatever hurt you is not going to be an easy thing to do. Well, I'm really glad you got the child card here, and the knowledge, because this really, really points to you being ready to do this. And the fact that this is in reverse really says to me that you already know what this is emotionally that has perhaps wanted to wound you, wanted to keep you in a low self-esteem, that perhaps has even crippled you at times, is the exact energy that you'll need to draw upon for this next creative leg. It's pretty powerful stuff. And I would say with the book here that there's a book out there for you. There's something out there within a book of your choice, whatever it is that calls to you in this discovering what needs to be let go, like eliminating now. Time to just figure it out, own what you need to, and let the rest of it go. Learn from it and take that knowledge, turn it into the energy, and use it. Well, let's take a look at this last row here. What about this energy needs to be explored in depth? All right. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Wow, it really is all about checking in with the happiness level, isn't it? Because there's your meter. That tells you what feels right, what doesn't feel right. The thing about it is, though, if you're being pushed, you might be being pushed to make quick decisions when you're not ready. So it's okay to ask for time. Just say, you know what, I'm going to give what you're offering my full attention. I'm going to go have a cup of tea. I'm going to think about it and take some time to really put my think around it, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I've had a chance to do that. And then do it. Meditation, self-knowledge, look in a book, figure it out, and be able to come back with what feels right for you. Because it isn't right for someone to lay that on you. You need to be able to pull upon your strengths and your weaknesses and to understand theirs as well, but not to take those on as burdens for yourself. King of Diamonds, yeah, that is noble strength at its nobleness, noblest. Wow, kings are all about a life of sacrifice. So this is a very financially secure, and financially, but also in that value that you hold within yourself. So it's knowing your values, your happiness level, your meter, if you will. Learning to take that time to have that cup of tea and sort it through. And the Clouds card in reverse, which puts the clear side next to the King. I like this because this is, whether it's cloudy thinking or clear thinking, you got the clear thinking on your side. So that makes me very happy for you. Aries, this is a very interesting read. You are as the zodiac sign go, very strong, very quick, Mars energy, and you know exactly, usually, what it is that you need, when you need it, and how you need it. So, I don't know, this may be something about your chart that is a little more challenged. Everyone has it, no big deal. It is nothing to feel bad about. It is just what it is that you're working on in this lifetime. And of course, as you know, it is all about claiming it and using it if you're creative. So it looks like you've got something really powerful and emotional that you are ready to sort through and find those nuggets that you'll be able to really get that energy from. All right, so we've got one more here. How else would Source guide me to stay in my creative power through this awakening? All right, well, I did do 3 things here, and I brought in Pema Chodron, her cards. I love these cards. It says, be grateful to everyone. And you know what I'm going to say. Because there's lessons to learn from whatever you bump up against to. And that's exactly what this says. Others will always show you exactly where you are stuck. They say or do something and you automatically get hooked into familiar way of reacting, shutting down, speeding up, or getting all worked up. When you react to the habitual way with anger, greed, and so forth, it gives you a chance to see your patterns and work with these honestly and compassionately. Without others provoking you, you remain ignorant of your own painful habits and cannot train in transforming them into the path of awakening. And I would add the path of creativity, honestly, because it's in that, owning it, that just gives you that power. And let's see what we have here. This is a new little card. It's Wishcraft. And it says, I'm grounded and creative. And then with the Qin Chinese fortune telling sticks, these aren't always kind, but let's find out what we have here. You will soon be moving. I'm going to say moving energy. Yeah, that's what that means. Well, there you have it, Aries. Good luck. Yeah, this looks like a really juicy bit of interesting energy that you are going to be able to take a new look at. Fresh new look, and glean what you can and channel that right into your creative endeavors that you are on at this time. Well, best of luck to you, and if this resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, and I will be back next month for the next one. Thank you so much for watching.